What's up, folks? Welcome to Talk and Rock episode 0. No, I think this is from a wrong intro. Anyways, welcome aboard. Welcome to a new series called Top 10 Songs in every single band that we are analyzing in this channel. I'm your host, Mike, and tonight I'm joined again by the same gang that we were analyzing the Dream Theater discography from episode 1, if you remember. On your right side, our big friendly German giant Rainer, and on the left side, Ivan from Croatia. Welcome, gentlemen. How are we doing? Ready to squeeze in the songs?
Absolutely ready. I mean, it was a hell of a job. It was almost a mission impossible. I mean, to strip down everything to the top 10 from this fantastic band, absolutely super difficult. But if you just start with some kind of strategic decision how to get to a top 10, then in the end, it comes quite naturally, at least on my side. So therefore, how about you, Ivan?
Yes, it was quite difficult. Like you said, mission impossible, but it was a task for me and I had to do it. And I finished with top 12 and then I cut two songs. It was painful. But let's do this. Let's do this.
All right, so 16 albums, lots of options, lots of diversity. We can pick whatever we want. There is no right or wrong, just what we like the most. So let's take turns. Let's start. Let's start the list from the bottom and reach up to the top and see how many surprises we're gonna have. All right, Rainer, the stage is yours, my friend.
Well, my number 10 on the list is Pull Me Under from Images and Words. And that was the first difficult decision for me because it's such a fantastic song. On the other side, it's not one of the most complex and most diversified composition that Dream Theater ever made. But without that song, we would not sit here all together and having the opportunity to create a top 10 list because that was the real game changer in their career. I found it very, very interesting to listen to the last interview of Mike Portnoy when he said they came back from the tour of Japan and all of a sudden they heard in every radio station in the US that song being so present. So that was also the commercial breakthrough. And so therefore, yeah, I think it's a little bit like with Smoke on the Water from Deep Purple. You can listen to it thousands of times, and whenever you listen to it once again, it's again the same. You tap your foot and you have a smile on your face. So therefore, it has to be under the top 10. And so therefore, it's the 10 on my side.
All right, yeah, it's not surprises here. What about you, Ivan? What is your top 10? The last one.
Tough. The 10th place is actually very hard for me to pick, and lots of songs change here. But I'm going to start this list with a slightly unusual choice.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I must say this before we start. It is clear that this is a personal and subjective list. So, like you said, no right and wrong. So, number 10 is The Enemy Inside.
Damn, I knew it, man.
Yes, I put it in, put it out, but I have to be honest with myself. I mean, I just love these songs. This song, I know it sounds like some standard metal song, not like some Dream Theater song, but it doesn't matter. It's a relatively short song for Dream Theater standards. It's around 6 minutes, so it seems fast and short, but it's a fierce song. It has a great and serious theme about PTSD, and this song has everything for me. It has a great start, memorable short chorus. It has a strong riff. It has a solo, perfect drums. Although I know some may not will agree with me, and song has perfect ending. And I must say, the only shame is that this song is the only great one on this bad album.
All right, all right. The video clip is showing also the soldiers talking about the post-traumatic experiences what they're having.
That
Interesting.
yes.
All right, my number 10 is also, it's going to be also a surprise for you. Is actually These Walls from Octavarium album. So it's. I think "These Walls" is a great song. It talks about the failure and how it's about the failure of the people who cannot really express their emotions and or the frustration around the whole topic. A minor classic. And even though the whole solo from John Petrucci is extremely simple, sometimes this is the result that less is more, and it feels like a very cool breeze in the end of a very hot summer. I love this song. I like everything about it. Spoiler alert is my second favorite from Octavarium album. So
Ooh.
and I want to make two honorable mentions that they were very close to replace the song. The one is the Ministry of the Souls from Systematic Chaos, and the other one was the Best of Times from Black Clouds and Silver Linings. So number 10, These Walls from me, and yeah, Rainer.
That's an interesting choice, Michael, I have to say, but it's a great song. Definitely, definitely. My number 9 is, and now another big surprise maybe because it's on my number 9, The Enemy Inside, from the
Wow.
self-titled album Dream
Nice,
Theater.
man. Nice.
Because I mean, I don't have to repeat everything, but what Ivan already said,
Yeah, you
because
can repeat.
it is a great song. Especially, it's the best song, if you ask me, from the Mike Mangini era, because it's rough. It's very close to that organic sound that Dream Theater had at the beginning. That's why I like that song, and I think it's a drumming that comes also very close to the style of the older versions of Mike Portnoy songs. So therefore, I think that fits very well into my preferences, and I love drumming, I love Mike Portnoy, so therefore no surprise that I talk a lot about those aspects. But anyway, it's really a fantastic song for me, also from the storyline, like Ivan already explained, and especially I like that video that Mike Mangini made for Zildjian, when he uh, showed the drumming in an isolated way with the music behind. Fantastic to see what a fantastic drummer he is, and how the technique works on his side. So he is a great drummer. He was a great drummer. He was good for that bridging period on Dream Theater. So therefore, there had to be one song of the Mike Mancini area in the top 10, and in my case, it's number 9.
All right, Ivan, show me the money.
I'm so glad you mentioned this song. I'm so happy now. So number 9, it's a song that at first it wasn't on this list, but then I listened to it again today and I had to squeeze it somewhere. And number 9, it's Surrounded.
Ooh.
So it's how to choose a song from a perfect album. How? Uh, I might say this is maybe, I don't know, can I call it underrated song? I know it may still have some fans, but this is an amazing, perfect song, and it actually evokes some emotions in me. Labrie is his prime. What voice range he had at that time. I mean, he was a real vocal beast. This song starts slowly, gently, and later he reaches some great heights. The lyrics are really incredible. Petrucci guitars is like it's singing its own melody. Uh, I don't know what genre is actually this song. I cannot put it in any framework.
Dream Theater genre.
Yes, and for lots of songs I can say this, and I will say this for lots of songs. So
They are
for
one league on their own.
yes, yes. So for me, this is more than just an ordinary Dream Theater song. And what can I say? Amazing, amazing.
All right, all right. Interesting to see this one, especially from the album. Wow. All right. My number 9 has to be my introduction to Dream Theater, the most famous and radio friendly song from their catalog. I'm talking about obviously Pull Me Under, an absolute classic. Iconic intro with the tooms, like there is nothing not to like. It gets me every time. I'm not gonna analyze more. Like there is no. I think it's their most played song in their live concerts. I'm not sure if it ever skipped a live set list, but anyways, Pull Me Under number 9. We analyzed it through already. It has to be here. It was the way I joined the Dream Theater family. So yeah.
Interesting. So then it comes to my number 9, I guess, and this is Panic Attack from Octavarium.
Number 8.
And
Yeah, yeah.
Number 8, sorry, yeah. Number 8, Panic Attack from Octavarium.
Nice.
And also here a short spoiler. It's also in my case the second favorite from Octavarium. So let's see. I mean, why it's on my number 8? I mean, Brendan Toes from Drumeo, he once said, "This is a beast of a song," and he's damn right. I would say it is a beast of a song. And the fantastic thing for me is, it is a very speedy song. There is no single pause within the song. It goes through like a machine gun. But the thing is, it's so far away from being just another random speedy song, because it's not the case that I mean, first of all, it has a great bass intro. I love John Myung with the bass intro at the beginning, and then you have that vice versa between John Petrucci and Jordan Rudess when they play their solos in a very fast and speedy way, and Mike Portnoy underlays this with his very complex and speedy drumming. But it's not that the drumming is in the front of everything, but it's just a little bit in the background, and he really supports the very, very virtuoso solos from Mike Petrucci and from Mike Petrucci and from Jordan Rudess. So that supporting level of drumming in that really speedy song, that's so unique and so fantastic. So therefore, this is for me one of the real highlights of Dream Theater, and therefore it's on number 8 on my side.
All right, all right.
Good choice.
Absolutely. Great song.
Good choice. Amazing. So number 8, the hardest place was for me from 10th to 6th. I think 15 songs changed from that place. So I decided something. I decided to put Octavarium on number 8, because why not?
Yes.
This is song that I believe 3 of us can make a podcast just talking about this song. I even have an option that I don't put this on my top 10, because this is not just a song, this is a musical composition. So it's not fair to compare this to some other songs. So I will make this short as I can. This song transcends all the genre, then combines some genre, then make some own rules. Like I said, this is not song, this is some classical composition like Mozart or Bach do it a long time ago. So when this song ends and the last note, this is one of the greatest musical pleasures that I have when it reaches its full circle.
Here is your heart.
I mean, I will consider not to put it here because it's not a song; it's a composition. But I had to put it. So it's so good.
And you put it in number 8, which fits the
Yes,
numeric
yes, of course.
concept. Yeah, I mean, freaking love it. Absolutely. My number 8 is, for me, the best opener and favorite intro riff from their catalog. It's a banger, it's heavy, it's catchy,
I know.
and is obviously As I Am.
Yeah.
Petrucci is going ballistic on the solo. One of the most fast, aggressive solos. I'm generally very fan of the melodic ones, as you noticed in the first podcast, but this one is ballistic in the style that it rips my heart apart, and in a good way. And obviously in the song, Portnoy is on the different level as well. Okay, it's a typical, let's say, heavy metal kind of song, not the classic Dream Theater, but it attracted so many people to the band with the album. Pff, the funny part about this is that Petrucci wrote this by being angry on the guitarist of Queensryche, Mike Stone. That in one of their live tours, he was showing him how he wanted to show to Petrucci how to play guitar. Fun, LOL. As I am, baby. I fucking love it. I saw it live in the tour. Bam.
Wow. Wow, that's interesting, Michael, because my number 7 is As I Am. and and the funny thing is, when I thought, why is it on my number 7 and why it has to be in the number 10, it is almost the same explanation like you said in the beginning. It's the best opening song on a Dream Theater album I've ever heard. It's that fantastic opener because it starts, and that's so interesting. It is a heavy song, but it starts even quite slowly. It starts with that quite dark and yeah, heavy atmosphere, and then after 1 minute the band smashes in, and from that moment on it's really like a machine gun, but not like in the case of Panic Attack, but it's really a typical metal song, very complex. Mike Portnoy, as you said, on a totally different level. It's fantastic when you look at the video on the DVD from Live at Budokan. I've watched this already thousands of times, and I could watch it again and again, because that shows how fantastic the whole band can start a concert from the very first beginning, and from the very first moment the whole audience is captured from the first second. It's so extraordinary and fantastic. So therefore, As I Am, one of my real favorites of Dream Theater, and however, only on number 7, because I think there are 6 others that are on number 1
And
to
by
6.
the way, let's mention that they composed Train of Thought within 3 weeks, right? I mean,
Yeah,
what
absolutely.
the fuck?
Yeah, absolutely.
And, yeah.
Absolutely.
And Labrie sounds like Hetfield a little bit.
It's and that sounds
Yes.
that shows the range of the voice of James Labrie. So he can sing some classic ballads and some really signature ballads like Spirit Carries On and all those things. But he also can be the rough guy.
Yeah, yeah.
And so therefore that's why I still appreciate James Labrie, great singer, and he fits perfectly to Dream Theater, if you ask me.
Of course, of course, of course. Ivan, what's your number 7?
Guys, you are amazing. I'm just smiling and nodding because everything you are saying are just spot on. Yeah. Number 7. It was actually very, very hard. This barely made it my top 10, and now it's number 7. So it's Beyond This Life.
Ooh.
This is a song that actually I didn't like at first when I heard it, because that was let's call it that Metropolis is a perfect conceptual album, and how can you pick one song? It's impossible. But I like this song so much because it contains a lot. I understand it's not easy for some casual person to listen to this song because it's 11 minutes long. It personally took me few listens just to swallow all the things that it's happening there, and it's very even difficult for me to explain what is happening, everything in this song, and it perfectly continues from the previous song from the album. It's telling story about a murder girl, and it perfectly continues to the next song, and so much thing is happening. What the best part is for me, that this song is both progressive, but is also memorable and catchy at the time, because I can sing a chorus, and every time I sing it, I can hear metal, I can hear jazz, I can hear a change of rhythm, and of course the instrumental parts. That's combination of Petrucci and Rudess, and this is one of their best collaboration ever, and that is a statement.
Okay, interesting. My number 7 is also from the same album. I love the whole album, since from a memory. Uh, Great concept about Nicholas and Victoria and the whole murder, infidelity, and whatever the fuck they were thinking. I mean, like the story, it's kind of insane with a hypnotist and everything. Open your eyes, Nicholas. I mean, all right. So number 7, my favorite Dream Theater song when it comes to drums.
Mhm.
My favorite. It's one of the reasons I wanted whenever I was younger to buy drums and become a drummer. I'm obviously talking about Strange Deja Vu. I freaking love the rhythm, followed by, not followed by, it's following the 1928, obviously. Uh, when I saw it live, like the whole arena was jumping with the with the drum and bass combo. I mean, it's catchy, beautiful riff, and it's actually very interesting how Labrie is singing on this because he depicts two personalities. He has the voice of Nicholas, and then he's trying to mimic how Victoria is talking.
Mhm.
So I can feel that in the vocals. And number 7, Strange Deja Vu, all-time classic favorite, and they played it live as well. Fuck yeah. Let's go, number 6.
But by the way, great choice, Michael. And this was one of my hardest decisions to kick this out of the top 10 because it used to be in the beginning there, but for some reasons it's not there anymore. But it's really a fantastic song. So my number 6 is also from the album Metropolis Part 2. So the spirit carries
Oh,
on, and it is, if you ask me, and I have to say this, although I meanwhile really admire Band the Clock from the Parasomnia album. But although I'm saying that, still my preference as the Dream Theater signature ballad is The Spirit Carries On. And I must say this because it's a very emotional song. It's from the voice of James Labrie. I mean, it's incredible how he really shifts the emotions during the song. It's really an extraordinary ballad for me. And I mean, I heard this song once in my younger years on a funeral when one of my young colleagues passed away, and maybe it's that memory that really creates some tears in my eyes whenever I listen to that song. It always makes me so emotional, and it was such a fantastic atmosphere when this was played in the church. Of course, it was a funeral and it was very sad. On the other side, it fits so well into that kind of atmosphere. It's so emotional. So therefore, yeah, I really really love that song. And yeah, on my side it's on number 6.
great choice. Great choice, Rainer. I was thinking if I'm going to put it actually, but I'm sad I didn't. And yeah, this debate, Bend the Clock, and this, great stuff. Great stuff. Ivan.
So my turn again. Number 6 is probably my favorite song from the Images and Words. So this is also big words. You know, the choice is very difficult from this, let's call it perfect album. Take the time.
Ooh, mama.
Oh.
Oh, mama.
So obviously, lots of things are happening here. Lots of stuff is going. Uh, Hard to explain all the changes in rhythm, melodies, in transition, combined genres. I remember when I hear it, I was like, "Wait, that is allowed in music? You can do that? You can call this standard Dream Theater song." But when I heard it first time, it literally my mind was blown away. Uh, except the excellent technical and the possible music elements, this song has incredible lyrics, and I feel like Moore put his soul and all his talents in this album, and especially this song. This song evokes even some emotion and reactions from me when I'm listening, because it's like almost teaching me. It's making me sad. It's encouraging me, and then later it lifts me up. I of course enjoy the solo, and near the end of the song, it calls me down. It's like telling me, take the time, calm down, everything's gonna be okay. And of course, it ends with Petrucci solo that's fade.
Damn.
Great.
I could see something else from this album in your list, but you picked this. Okay, very well, very well. I hope I'm not misunderstood for the number 6. I'm a bastard, I know.
Yeah, indeed.
6 degrees of inner turbulence. Such a deep, melancholic, depressive song. With what a bizarre solo is this? Reversed on reversed. He reversed it, then he learned how to play it on reverse, then he recorded weird stuff. Anyways, there are two actually options of the stories. It's either about himself, John Petrucci, that we, the common mortals, we are thinking that he's the guitar god, and he's like, you know what? I'm also immortal, I'm not a god. I also make mistakes, so maybe it's about himself. The other story, it's actually about the God, Jesus, that he was also, he wanted to be as a, even though he's the Messiah, he wanted to be as a moral teacher. So we don't know which of the two things is the actual truth, but I freaky love this song. It's my favorite song from that record. Every time it gets me, it gives me also in the verse some Marillion vibe that I really, really like. This Osa Cloud Marillion style. Anyways, I hope I'm not misunderstood.
No, not at all.
Let's go to top 5. Things are getting spicier there.
Fantastic song, by the way, again, Michael. Misunderstood. It's yeah, I love it. Anyway, number 5, also from 6 degrees of inner turbulence, but in my case, it's The Great Debate. And the reason is, I mean, I said I love drumming, and for me, the
I was
great
expecting Blind Faith. Damn
and
it.
I really had to say, I told already in the other occasion that I love the first 4 songs from this album. So therefore I had to select one of those 4s. And then I selected the one that makes this song, to me at least, to the Mike Portnoy signature Dream Theater song. Because it's a song that is very well composed around the drums. And it's not a song that was constructed definitely for the drums in a quite selfish way, but it's more a song that is constructed, as I said, around the songs, so that it perfectly supports also here the instruments and everything of the musicians and the voice of James Labrie, but the complexity of the drumming and the development within the drumming with so many changes and with so many ups and downs, that's so fantastic to see. I see this almost every month, at least once, on Mike Portnoy's solo DVD, when he explains how he constructed that kind of masterpiece. It's so fantastic to see and to recognize what he's really doing there. So therefore, this is one of my favorites, especially under the aspect of looking at Mike Portnoy. And therefore, and the most important thing is, most of the people that I know even don't recognize how complex the drumming is on that song. And this is what I admire when it's about Mike Portnoy. He puts himself, although he creates complex things, he puts himself quite in the background, that the band still is in the foreground and the band is still in the center of the stage and of everything. And I think this is one thing that makes Dream Theater, if you ask me.
Good point. Good point. A good song, but me personally, I like from this specific album way like 4 or 5 songs more than this, but it's your opinion, and there you go then. Ivan, what's your number 5? Let's go.
Number 5. is going to be a expected choice, and it is also song that you mentioned. So I'm going to say As I Am. You all know there's going to be on my list. There's no point of hiding it. This is one of the best, if not the best album opener, like Rainer already said. Spoiler alert, this is my favorite album. So I think this song is really amazing. And you basically said all the stuff. I understand this is maybe too much pure metal for something, and but for me personally, this is a perfect song that has a slow start. It has that famous riff. It has a great message to all the haters. It has a chorus that I can sing. It has the ultra fast guitar solo, and one of the best drum transition I have ever heard in my life. And this song actually feels like a too short song because it's 7 minutes, but time fly by like it's half as long.
So true,
And
so true. This,
yes,
yeah.
and I can't help myself, but every time I hear this junk, I'm starting to jumping, head banging to the beat.
All right. My number 5 is the first real huge, long, progressive song from the band, composed by John Mi Young. Talking obviously about the freaky, awesome, brilliant Learning to Live. It's a very, very, very beautiful song. Talking about the age, actually, the sexual disease that was happening around 1992. Uh, it has everything. It has a freaking awesome bass. It has the best outro from the whole catalog, in my opinion. This melody, and they were also using it in the when they were looking for the new drummer, and they have this series in the YouTube, the Spirit Carries On. They were using it a lot as the song, as the soundtrack. Anyways, yeah, I could listen to the outro forever, and Learning to Live, baby, absolutely phenomenal.
Wow, that's an interesting choice. But a great song. I have to admit, a great song. I'm not a big fan of that album, I have to admit, but anyway, it's a great song.
You make me sad.
Uh, I'm sorry to hear that, but maybe I have to. I don't know, Michael.
It's not nice to make your host sad.
No, it's very impolite if you ask me. So
Mute it for the next 2 minutes.
exactly.
All right, let's go. Number
So
4.
then, waiting for your revenge, but for sure not with this song because my choice for number 4 is Metropolis Part One from
Ooh,
Images and Words.
nice.
Because and you will see that from now on there is some kind of repetitive structure in my explanations because this one I chose because this for me is the first Dream Theater signature epic, how I would call it. So the typical definition of the Dream Theater sound in a very early stage. And I think there was a reason that they made then Metropolis Part Two because that was really that song where they also said also to all the commercials behind them that they don't want to be in the radio. They want to construct pieces like Metropolis Part One, and this will be their future. And and luckily they convinced everybody that this will be the future of Dream Theater. Otherwise, we would not be sitting here. So therefore, Metropolis Part One, it's a proggy sound. It anyway has a sort of heavy elements, and yeah, it's really some kind of that statement that they made clear that they are not a typical heavy metal band and that they are not a typical band, especially at that time when the song was released, where everybody was more listening to grunge and all those kind of things. And they chose to go exactly the other way and to make a very special definition of proggy metal. And yeah, so therefore it's my number 4.
Tiki 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 tan tan tan.
And I was so glad to recognize that they make it as the opener for the current still ongoing tour.
Oh yeah,
Such a
baby.
fantastic choice, such a fantastic choice.
It
And
used
the
to be
way
also in
how
the
they
back.
illustrated it big screen and everything. Fantastic, fantastic.
All right, Ivan, shoot me.
Number four, it's actually one of the easiest pick here. It's a song that you already mentioned, so I will be very short. Number four is Panic Attack.
Ooh, so high on the list.
Yes,
Or,
so
all
high.
right, Ivan. Good night. Thank you for joining us today.
I love this song so much. It was love at the first sight, or should I say, first bass note. This is such a fast song, and the bass is really incredible. If you never had a panic attack, this song brings to you perfectly. I love every second of this song. What to say? Myung finally gets some attention that he deserves, and I mean, I like this song so much that was actually, I think, 1 year, 1.5 year was my ringtone of my mobile phone. So every time someone was calling me, you can hear that a bass at the beginning. And I never answer at the first. I always leave it to ring it like 10, 15
You
seconds.
should
No
put it
kidding.
you should put it as alarm for real panic attacks.
Maybe.
I mean, I freaking love this song. I just couldn't put it in the top 10, but I freaking love it. Anyways, number four, you mentioned it, Ivan, already, is Octavarium. It's a musical journey and experience that travels you to different dimensions. 24 minutes. Oh my God. They played it also live. I mean, how lucky must must I be on this tour? I saw them and they played it also this. Phenomenal song. What a solo from JP. And this last note that it just stays there and stays and stays and stays. It's just magical. And as I said also in the first episode we did together, I could really imagine this. I don't know, in some galactic or galaxy film like Interstellar. I don't know, it just fits. And that's it. I think you covered me with most of what you said before. So the orchestra is just insane. Octavarium number four, and let's roll.
Okay, then number three. And by the way, Michael, I'm surprised that it's only number four. But anyway, let's see what is on the top
It,
three on your side.
it was number three, but I dropped it.
That shows how difficult the task was. Huh? Okay, number three. And maybe that's the first surprise on my side for everybody here. It's In the Name of God from the album Train of Thought.
Fuha, you make a Croatian friend that I know very happy.
I thought about that, but that was not the basis for my decision. No, to be serious, I think I mean Metropolis. I said that was the first Dream Theater signature epic anyway, and In the Name of God is for me my favorite hard and heavy epic. And the fact that Dream Theater is able to design and to write a hard and heavy epic, which is normally a kind of a contradiction, shows already how extraordinary this band is and how they play in their own league. So it's such a phenomenal combination of a quite rough, hard, and heavy sound, and on the other side, a very melodical, well-constructed masterpiece and a very epic song. And especially when you look at the live version with Live at Budokan, and when you hear there the quite extended solos played, especially by Petrucci. It's so phenomenal how they end with that song, a concert, and they wrap up the concert in that kind of way. I mean, it's really incredible, and so therefore, this is really the song where I also, especially when I listen to the live version, admire the voice of James Labrie. He really transports the storytelling and everything in this song in a fantastic way. and so therefore it's a quite heavy epic, and they once again give the evidence that in their compositions the virtuosity is not an end in itself. So it's not a perfect purpose on its own, but it's always a mission how to transport their construction of masterpieces. And so therefore, chapeau, I love that song.
All right. Fair enough. Ivan, shoot me. What you got?
Number three, I have to be honest with myself. And when I look into my heart, I know that this song is number three. And it is Spirit Carries On.
Ooh, nice.
Yes, it is. I mean, it's obvious. It's a fan favorite. Everyone loves it. It's a very singable song. Like, if I can say this, it looks like more like some, let's say, typical pop song if we ignore the solo. And I know this is a cheesy song, 100%, but I really like when I can sing this Dream Theater song. It's like a great ending and the conclusion of this whole concept album. I know that some won't agree with me, but for me personally, this song has a great words. Lyrics are amazing. Uh,
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
the eternal question: what is the meaning of life? Is there eternity? I mean, what more to say about this? And
No.
this solo from Petrucci is actually one of my favorite solos of all time. And this is actually a song that I can listen every day. I will never be tired of. And I have some period in my life that I listen this song every day. I won't skip it once. Every day I would listen to this song, and it's almost like more than just an ordinary song. I mean, I know it's a cliche. It's like I say, it's a cheesy song, but I don't care.
I
It's
mean, I
amazing.
mean, I never met anybody who doesn't like the Spirit Carries On. Such a great and the Gilmour vibe solo out of the top cream. Yep. All
But
right.
yes, but I mean, in a way, Free Dream Theater will never put song like this so high by. But I'm honest with myself and with you, and this is just it just hits me when a song hits you inside. You know that it has something special.
All right. All right. My number three uh, is a very legit, solid choice. The lyrics are literally a joke about an experience that happened in Tuscany. So only Petrucci can write a song about this. That he was afraid about some wine, I don't know, house or whatever it was that he was there. Count of Tuscany, ladies and gentlemen, 19 minutes of heaven. Phenomenal. I love the keyboard so much on this song. And there is actually the first comment in YouTube under the song. It says that the last 5 minutes of the song reminds me of what would be the melody of somebody who is entering the heaven when it's, these really nice clean guitars and the Labrie who is singing the "Is this the way I die?" I mean, I am very surprised that this is not actually my number one, but I dropped it as well. It was number one, I have to say. I dropped it again. Anyways, Count of Tuscany. I really, really wanted them to play this on the tour, but okay, 19 minutes. Octavarium 24. I mean, come on, let's be serious. Cannot fit everything. But anyways, there is nothing to analyze. I love everything about it. I love the solo. I love the so huge instrumental parts. I like the voice, the vibrato, everything. Count of Tuscany number 3. Black Clouds and Silver Linings. One of my top 5 albums. Let's fucking go.
Well, what shall I say? My number 2 is The Count of Tuscany.
I cannot believe it. I
It's
cannot believe it.
Nice.
it's The Count of Tuscany. And yeah, nothing much to add what you already said. I mean, what I like, first of all, it's my favorite normal epic, I would say that way. That gives already some kind of trigger what might be on number one. But when we look at normal epics from Dream Theater, this is my favorite one. And it creates as an epic a very, very nice frame within the song. So it starts with a very nice intro, very slowly. Then you have everything that a good Dream Theater song needs. Fantastic keyboards. I agree with you, Michael. Absolutely. And then the outro even is almost even better than the intro, but is almost impossible.
Yeah, it is,
And
man.
and the point is, and I think here you see again how important the voice of James Labrie is. He varies his voice during the whole song, and he gets then in the outro in that kind of storytelling atmosphere, and that catches everybody who listens to this song. I don't know anybody who is not latest at the outro attacked by this song and totally affected and really, really hit by the emotions. So therefore, it's really one of my top favorites, and therefore on number two.
Let's not forget the middle section of the guitar that's playing. It's playing like an organ with a volume, you know.
Yeah, sure. It's awesome, awesome,
Yeah.
simply awesome. Yeah.
All right, your number two, Ivan.
So number one and number two are actually very, 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 very close. And the one and two were the easiest song for me to pick in this top 10. And number two is The Ministry of Lost Souls.
Nice.
This is from of course, this is my personal opinion. This is the most underrated album from Dream Theater. I know lots of people don't like it, but I think it is amazing. And especially this song reminds me like you are watching some 3 hour movie that is spectacle, like let's say Lord of the Rings, like movie that has
Extended version.
extended version. So it has absolutely everything, and it's not 4 hours. Sorry, 4 hours, because this song is 15 minutes long. I swear you, this has didn't waste 1 second of my time. It doesn't feel like 15 minutes. No way. And I really like the storytelling in this song, and it has a deep meaning about one man that is saving another woman, and in that let's say tragic event, he dies, and it's like you can make movie actually or some mini series.
She survives with the guilt and
Yes,
stuff. Yeah.
with the guilt, yes, and when he's talking, remember me, I gave you life. It's like I said, for Spirit Carries On, when you have amazing song and when it touches you somewhere here, it's more than song. And this is one. For me, it has amazing instrumental parts, and I'm just saying this for the end. The best closing, the best ending of all time. You know what I'm talking about. It's the best ending of all time. That Petrucci solo outro. Period.
Wow.
Even better than Octavarium, Ivan, eh?
Yes.
Wow.
I mean, fight.
It almost made my top 10 as well, as I said. Yeah. Okay, so my number two. Before the leaves are falling, dun dun dun, before we lock the doors. Yeah, it had to be obviously here. Metropolis Part 1.
Yeah.
It's like a burst of fireworks all together. I mean, it has everything. It can get better. It's very balanced. It has a lot of instrumental. It has bass tapping. Let's fucking go. It has double solos, phenomenal ones, and I love also the vocals. Intro on the current tour. Did I mention that I'm very lucky that I went on this tour? In case I didn't mention. Yeah, I am. Absolutely love it, Metropolis Part 1. Back then, we didn't know what the story it's going to be. It came with the album later. So, yeah, freaking love it, man. And now I just have to say that I am going to be the last one who's going to say the number one because you're about to spoil your. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right,
Well,
boys, let's go.
I,
Let's shoot.
I think in my case it will not be such a big surprise because I said already there will be a second song from Octavarium, and of course it is the song Octavarium, and I mean that song that was quite the easiest choice on my side because it's for me a song that plays in its own league, and this from a band that plays in its own league. So that's already such an extraordinary fact that, at least if you ask me. And the thing is, when you listen to Octavarium, it's one of the most balanced songs I've ever heard in rock history. There is such a perfect balance between the musicians, between the voice. Nothing is in the foreground, nothing is forced to the back. Everything is in perfect balance. James Labrie sings in a fantastic way. Mike Portnoy really supporting all the musical elements throughout the whole composition. And the fact that this band is able to have that kind of orchestrated, complex, epic composition as a proggy metal band, that's so extraordinary. And I don't know any other band who would be able to construct that kind of a masterpiece like Octavarium than Dream Theater. I think it really explains in one song what Dream Theater is about. And it starts with that fantastic keyboard intro from Jordan Rudess, and it continues with the melodical part, then fantastic solos, and then the the absolutely fantastic outro. And I can listen to this song hundreds of times throughout the year, no problem, because I love that song. It's so unique, and it really explains what Dream Theater is about. And whenever someone would ask me what is Dream Theater, I first most likely would play that song and say, well, listen to that, and then you understand what Dream Theater is.
And the guy's telling, but Rainer, it's 24 minutes, bro.
Yeah, it's too long.
But I remember. I remember when the band was in the for the rewards, and they asked them the journalist had no idea who that band was, and they asked them, so today you are for a nomination for a song that is, I don't know, 10 minutes long. And she was like, oh my god, such a long song. And they were looking at each other like, this is considered short.
it's,
Yeah.
it was one of the quick ones.
Yeah. Okay, Ivan, shoot me your number one, but I think I know which one it is.
Wanna bet?
No, but I think I know,
Okay.
but let's see.
Okay, so
I knew it.
I had some honorable mentions, so I'm just gonna say that is song that were on my top 10 at some point, but now they are not. And I'm not gonna explain, I'm just gonna say it. So Dark Eternal Night, I Walk Beside You, On the Backs of Angels, The Count of Tuscany, A Nightmare to Remember, Metropolis Part 1, The Glass Prison, Fatal Tragedy, The Silent Man, and Hollow Years. So
Ooh.
these 10 songs were actually at some point on my top 10. So do you know what my number one is?
Yeah, it's not there.
Amazing. I feel like my number one is song that, I mean, it's my feeling that no one would choose as their number one Dream Theater song, but I adore this song from the first to last second, and that is the Endless Sacrifice.
Oh fuck! I was wrong.
Whoa.
I know. What do you think that was my number one?
The stream of consciousness.
Okay.
Oops! And you're like, oops! I forgot about that.
No, I actually made a, let's say, small rule that I can't put more than 2 songs from the same album.
Oh.
Because
Okay.
if I put 3 songs from, I don't know, Images, 3 songs, Train of Thought, that's more than half songs from that 2 albums. So I decided to put just the 2 songs from the albums maximum. So Endless Sacrifice. What to say about this song?
Fucking love it, man.
I I can express with my words how much I love these songs, and I can compare it to any other song I ever heard. Uh, for the first, I think, 4 minutes, it sounds like normal song. You have some normal construct, but the real song starts after the second chorus, and that instrumental part, that collaboration with Rudess, Petrucci, Portnoy, and of course Young, it keeps going to the end of the song, and every note I feel is perfect. And I know it's more like metal songs. It's not as proggy as the most Dream Theater songs are,
Ah, it
but
is. It
it
is,
just
man.
suits my style. It suits my style, and it is amazing. And every time I hear it, I'm so happy. I want to smash everything in my kitchen. I want to play my drums, air drums. I want to play guitar. I want to jump, and I have so much energy when I'm listening, and that is why it's, like I said, it was one of the easiest choice. Number one. When someone says number one, automatically, whew, Endless Sacrifice.
Fun fact, I saw this live for the first time. I saw Dream Theater like 15 years ago, maybe,
Mhm.
in Greece. And I didn't even know what setlist they're gonna play. I just went there to listen to Pull Me Under, Let's Fucking Go. And they played it live, and I was asking, what is this song? What is this song? And it was like, this is Endless Sacrifice. And I heard it live for the first time ever. And I was like, I could sing along the melody. So beautiful, man. So beautiful. And then of course, I went home and I listened to it, and it was great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
excellent song. Yeah, excellent.
Okay, my number one is gonna surprise you. It's a song that wrote again, bastard, John Myung on the bass. Holy moly, what an epic song! Mostly instrumental, phenomenal solo. I'm obviously talking about Lord Nefarious.
Good night.
Can- of course not. There is no song that from the Astonishing will enter my top 10, but I'm talking about, yeah, and I'm surprised to say that I'm putting this as number one. I'm talking about Breaking All Illusions.
Oh,
Yep. Very similar song like Learning to Live, composed by John Myung. Similar style. And actually, after 12 years, that didn't take any credit in the participation of the composition of the songs, he comes out with this. So the last month, this is the song that whenever I'm finishing with my patients at work, I'm dentist, I'm doing teeth, and then we have like 10 minutes break before we get the fuck out of the clinic. So I put this and I started cleaning the place. For 1 month, my nurse is gonna kill me because every time she knows that this is coming, on YouTube. But
I
yeah,
support you, man.
man, I mean, I don't know. I cannot explain it. Whenever I started this list, I said to myself that, okay, come on, Count of Tuscany number one, Octavarium number two, Metropolis Part 1 number 4, and then I was like Breaking All Illusions number 4. But I keep digging it nonstop, and the solo that I said also in the first podcast, this sound that it's like very very similar to from Neil Schon Journey, Send Her My Love. I saw it live. Huge love. For me, this is the best Mangini era song by far, and it's not even close. Nothing comes close to this in my standards. And the album, A Dramatic Turn of Events, perfect album, best Mangini album era for me. Anyways, Breaking All Illusions, so phenomenal solo, rhythmical when it needs to be, emotional where it needs to be, nice, smooth vibrato vocals, just perfect. And the simplicity of Mangini in this, when it comes to the silent parts, mwah, best of the best. So that's my number one. Yep. And we are
Wow.
done. And we are
We are done.
done.
Already.
I mean, we are exactly 1 hour and 11 seconds. Wow, I thought we would be doing less, but it passed like a drinking water, you know.
Absolutely.
Like a Dream
Very-
Theater song.
I mean, lovely discussion once again, gentlemen. And since I have you now live, actually, because we are recording this, yeah, I would like to invite you officially around June time for a top 10 John Petrucci solo podcast. Why not?
Wow, that's a good idea.
Another pain.
Another
Headache too.
interesting stuff. Aggressive solos, melodic solos,
Yeah.
great, great stuff. So if you are up for it, we're gonna be in touch, obviously.
Sure,
Of,
why not?
of course. It will be another Mission Impossible, but anyway,
Yes.
let's go for that.
All
That's a
right.
good idea.
Yes, I love Mission Impossible, so let's do it.
Who doesn't like Tom Cruise, right?
Yeah.
Gentlemen, thank you so much again for joining me tonight. It was a pleasure.
Thank you, Michael, for organizing everything.
Gotta take
It's
a
been a
little bit of
pleasure
time.
again.
Gotta take a little bit of time to not edit the video, but with the work and everything, to find some time to arrange everything. And it's gonna be on YouTube very, very soon, by the end of the week. And interesting choices. Dream Theater, our love, damn. We should arrange someday to go to some live concert. I don't know, all together. I don't know, something that is like common. What is the closest to Germany and Croatia? Me, Slovakia.
Yeah, maybe.
I mean, or I don't know, maybe some Wacken or something that they are gonna come or something. I don't know. It would
Yeah,
nice.
Let's try to find the best choice. But it's a good idea that we go together there. Yeah, will be interesting.
I would
Will be great.
absolutely
Will be great.
love
Will
to
be great.
travel.
Will be great. Yeah, me as well. Me as well.
All right.
Couldn't be too far away. Great.
Any last words, gentlemen?
Pleasure as always, Michael. I mean, I could talk 5 hours with you two guys, and because it's so enjoyable to talk about Dream Theater songs, and you have also some knowledge and understanding me, understanding you. Zero hate. I mean, it's just a pleasure talking.
There is nothing I can add on that statement. It's exactly that way. Thanks, Ivan, for that. Perfect.
Ladies and gentlemen, fans of the Talking Rock, thank you for staying until late. Again, 1 hour. We always start with minimum expectations, and it always gets there. If you are still here with us, let us know which top 10 list is your favorite. Which are your favorite songs that you are putting down there in the comments. Feel free to like and subscribe for more content. More things are coming up once a month. We need to keep listening discographies and everything. With my buddy Rainer, something is already being cooked. You're gonna see very, very soon. Let us know which of the 3 lists you just heard you think is the better. Who's gonna be the winner? And see you in the next time. Talking on, baby. Rock on. Peace out.
See you soon. Bye bye.
Bye bye.